Xin chao. What's up, everybody? All right, this is another visa update. The Prime Minister is talking about visas again. Is it a good thing that's happening? Is there going to be a change in policy? First things first, I'm just going to get into it and read off the article, and then we'll go from the article to what I think is going to happen and stuff like this. I try to keep you guys as updated as possible on the visa situation, and I always try to have information out first. This came out yesterday. Unfortunately, I was not able to shoot a video yesterday. Today is the allowed video shooting day, so that's what we're going to do before all these speakers get turned on. We're on Quinpay, as you can tell. A beautiful day on Winway, as always. We have the cotton candy man over here. Couples taking a walk. Couples taking their kids out. Vendors selling little trinkets. Stuff like that. Of course, if you want to see additional content that is just as good as what's on the YouTube channel, we do have a Patreon. You can support the channel for as little as 16 cents a day. Check that out if you want to. So let's get into her, guys. Vietnam to expand list of eligible countries for visa exemption. Reading off the tablet phone. Vietnam will waive visas for more countries and extend the length of stay for foreign tourists to speed up the recovery of tourism. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh said Wednesday. The list of eligible countries for e-visa issuance will be expanded, the Prime Minister said at a conference on post-COVID tourism. The government will create favorable conditions for domestic and international airlines to open direct routes connecting Vietnam with key tourism markets, he added. Vietnam already waives visas for travelers from 25 countries compared to 162 for Malaysia, 157 for the Philippines, 68 for Thailand. It also offers a 1-month single entry e-visa, which I think that needs to change too, but we'll get into that after this, from 80 countries. The multi-entry 3-month visa, that's the 90 days, was available before COVID, has not been bought back yet. Speaking at the conference, Sun Group Chairman Dang Minh Trom proposed the government consider exempting visas for tourists from key markets such as Australia, Canada, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Belgium. In addition, Trung proposed the 15-day period of visa-free stay allowed for tourists from key markets such as Europe. I don't know who's making this stuff up and who's coming up with these ideas, but I can't help but chuckle. Be increased to 30 or 45 days. So in my opinion, scrap the 30-day e-visa, do 45 days visa-free arrival for 100+ countries. Let's go. Make it easy. On top of that, the 45 days you can extend for another 30 days if it was me, upon, doing whatever they want you to do. Pay some more money. That's what I would be doing right now. So 40, 50, 60, 75 days. So I would be offering 75 days at a pretty easy thing. I would also bring back, for the people that want to stay for the 90-day visa. What's the problem? I'll get into this after the video, but yeah, after this article. In 2019, the number of international visitors to Vietnam was 21% of domestic tourists, but revenues from international tourists accounted for nearly 2/3 of the country's total tourism revenue, Trung said. International visitors stayed in Vietnam for 8 to 12 days, spending $1,000 to $2,000 per trip, while domestic tourists mainly traveled on weekends, staying 1 or 2 nights. Nguyen Thi Na, chairwoman of real estate developer BRG, also urged the government to quickly extending the length of stay for international visitors to boost tourism revenue. Currently, only citizens of Cambo, Indo, Laos, Malaysia, Sing Sing, Thailand, and Kazakhstan are offered visa-free stay of 30 days. While tourists from, I have no idea why this is like this, from Chile and Panama enjoy a 90-day visa waiver. How hard is it to just apply that 90-day visa waiver to 100 countries? Huh? How about we start getting smart here, Vietnam? How about we stop losing to Thailand, stop losing to these other countries? How about we just wisen up? I don't know what you're thinking, but it is what it is. I can only give you information and give you my opinions and thoughts on these things. And to the naysayers that they don't want people to stay here like they were before. You can renew that 30-day e-visa as many times as you want, and many people are doing it. So there's already a loophole. again, I'll talk about that after the thing. Visitors from some European countries, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam's tourism markets are permitted to stay in the country for no more than 15 days without applying for a tourist visa. Despite being one of the first Southeast Asian countries to fully open, to international tourism post-COVID, Vietnam only received 3.6 million tourists last year, around 20% of the pre-pandemic levels. Okay. First things first, I just read you the statistics. Most people do come here for only 8 to 12 days. And most of those people internationally were Chinese. China. And now China is in a keen hurry to come back. They're already reporting the numbers of China tourism is going to be abysmal at best with the current way they have it set up. The Chinese aren't too keen to come on over. They don't want to do a tour group. You have to get some sponsor letter if you don't get a tour group. Also a pain in the ass. Who wants to do all this extra shit to just go on a vacation? Not many. People like convenience all over the world, not just Americans, but other people. So what really needs to happen is they need to stop fooling around, and they need to bring back the 90-day visa. Bring back the 1 year for the American, where you had to leave the country every 90 days. I had to. It's not an inconvenience. Just bring these things back. What's the problem? Get rid of all the visa agents. Do everything through an online portal on the government. Weed out all these shady visa agencies that let you renew after your 1 year without leaving the country for years and years and years. Get rid of that system. Not hard. Go all through the government portal. Offer a retirement visa for dudes over 50. Must prove that there's some kind of income in their bank. You know, these things aren't hard to come up with. People want to come here and they want to retire and they want to have a nomad visa for a year. Have a retirement visa for a year. Have a paid elite style visa for 5 years. These are not particularly hard things to come with. Like, yeah, there's some shitty expats that live here, but there's shitty expats in every country you go to. Every country you go to. Korea, Japan, Thailand, Philippines. I'd say Philippines has the largest amount of like old guys that have failed. No offense if you live in the Philippines, love you. I'm gonna be an old guy soon. I'm not shitting or dogging on old guys. Don't take it personal. But I would say Philippines has the largest market for like older dudes trying to get younger girls to marry them and buy them a pig farm and build a house for their family, and or buy a house for them and buy a scooter for them and have this life that they could have never achieved in America. You know. The same can kind of be said about Vietnam before they messed up the visa situation with COVID. It doesn't take a genius, though, that the writing's on the wall, that if you want to bring back tourism to sectors of Vietnam, that people aren't going on their 8 to 12 day vacation, the only way is to have a longer visa. I mean, heck, you could even do just a 60-day visa. But my thing would be 30-day, visa-free, no VOA, just 30 days you can come on in for 100-plus countries, and then if you want, pay some kind of fine or fee, 50 to 60 bucks, 75, even heck $100, and stay another 45 days. I don't see the problem with that. Why is that not the best foreseeable? If anything, okay, let's just throw out the 90-day, let's throw out the 1 year, let's throw away everything else. How hard is it to just make a visa-free travel? Not try to make your, what is it, 30 bucks, 25 bucks off the 30-day e-visa? And then upcharge the 45-day extension to 50 to 100 bucks. And you've just made more money than you would have with the, or probably close to the same. But I think you'll have more people selecting that option. Everybody's jerking their D off to Thailand, being like, I'll go to Thailand. Thailand treats me better. They love us expats. They have such a better visa system. That may be, well, the situation that they have a better system, but comparing Thailand to Vietnam is just not a applicable conversation. Like, they're two totally different countries, man. I have been to Thailand. I've been to Bangkok quite a few times back in the day, but everyone tells me it's kind of the same. You know, it's pushy. Everything's tourism related, so it's more in your face. You know, there's always someone trying to get some kind of sale to you for something. The women are more aggressive on the party streets. Like, there's more expat dudes. You know, it's a different vibe than Vietnam. And in my opinion, they shouldn't be compared. But you have a large segment of people that come to Southeast Asia just for cheaper standard of living, cheaper everything, cheaper beer, cheaper housing, cheaper all over, and the ability to maybe get a more attractive woman and not being a more attractive guy or an older guy just because you have a couple of bucks. And in America, you wouldn't be able to do that because you don't have the money to be a sugar daddy. So that's the big difference. You know, Thailand appeals to more of those guys, and I have no problem with those guys. I'm not talking shit about those guys. And if you're one of those guys watching, more power to you. I don't care that that's what you're doing. How do I know how I'm going to be when I'm 50 and old and fat and ugly? Like, I don't know. I'm just being honest. Or heck, even 60. I mean, hopefully I'm still married, but, you know, if not, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Maybe I would buy for that option, if you know what I'm saying. Still no speakers yet, we're lucky. So I mean, that's just where I'm at with it, you know. That's my opinions on the whole thing. Do I think there's going to be any of these changes, even though this is the Prime Minister talking about it on another meeting with some more proposals? Which, how long have they been proposing stuff? Since January of last year. So we're a year and 3 months in already, and they haven't changed anything. So I mean, it's so weird and bizarre. Like, all they're doing now at this point is pissing off more expats that want to come here, that want to live here on a tourist visa, which again is frowned upon, but that's in actuality what's going to happen. And those people still are going to provide some income. They're going to rent. Some of them are going to rent a nicer apartment. Some of them are going to go to nicer restaurants. Some of them are going to put actual money into the economy here. So I think now, in hindsight, all they're doing is, you know, making Thailand look way better of a destination for expats. It's pretty much as simple as that. You know, we are going to go to Thailand this year. We're definitely going to explore Thailand. We're going to take a look. I'm going to reevaluate it. Maybe I'll love it this time. Maybe I'll flip the whole script and be recommending Thailand out the wazoo, but my gut tells me it's probably not going to happen. You know, I think a lot of what I remember about Bangkok hasn't changed. And like I said, we're going to go to Pattaya, Phuket. We're going to Japan still. Everybody's wondering. I'm going to do a full entire breakdown video of everywhere we're going to travel on the Patreon. I kind of already have. We talk about all kinds of stuff on the Patreon I would never talk about on the YouTube channel, like in detail. So if you want to check that out, for real, guys, it's up there. So that's the video. I don't want to draw this out. This is just an update. This is what was proposed to the Prime Minister and what he said. So take it with a grain of salt. And as ever, it could all change tomorrow. They could do reform on the drop of a hat, the drop of the needle. Like in 2 seconds, you know, you could see all this stuff just come out. So you never know. I'll keep you guys always updated. Even if I'm busy, I'll make sure to have it out the same day. I should have just went out and done it yesterday, but it was already so late. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.